Hi, Leos. This is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Kathy Mamolen, Psychic Medium. Welcome to a timeless love reading for my Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Cross-watchers are welcome in any video. I'm going to ask Spirit today about your fairy tale love. Let's see what's coming, what's next in love. Please use this reading to manifest a love that you are worthy and deserving of, or to confirm a love that's come into your life. I do have some charms for you today and some initials, so let's get started. Let's call in our spirit guides. This is a fully channeled message for those of you that have never watched me, and I will be talking to my guides. Spirit, please share with me for my Leos. I'm a Leo also, August 15th. So if I have any birthday sisters out there, birthday brothers, let me know. Happy birthday to my Leos. All right, let's see what we have. Birthdays, right? I start celebrating my birthday at like the beginning of the month. It's like birthday month when it's my turn. All right, Spirit, let's do this. Fairy tale love, what do you have for us? What are the loving messages that you have for us? What is it that you want me to know? I am listening for you now. I have embark, number 37. Embark on the journey, get in the boat, right? It's a feeling of, I don't know if I have fear, or it's always the kind of the unknown, right? It's the feeling of I want to get in that boat. I want to see where it takes me. I trust the people around me, they're saying. So maybe somebody introduced you to this person. Maybe somebody it's like a friend of a friend, because the way they said, I trust the people around me. So part of me feels like other people know this person and they've given them a good word. They've given them a good kind of heads up, thumbs up, something like that. But it's always the fear of the unknown, I mean, we can look at it as the great adventure, but there's always like, what am I getting into also? But you got to get in the boat and you have to try. You can always get out of the boat. You can always pull to shore. You can always, park the boat at the dock, but it is a feeling of, we've got to try, with that embark. Okay. I have spring energy, a beautiful spring fairy. So I also feel April, May, June energy. Could be birthday months. I have the number 6, June. Okay, so this kind of also feeling of springing forward, growth, new birth, all of those things that are associated with spring. So we could have a new relationship here. Let me get I got letters jumping. I've got to get this jumper card back here. I have nesting, the number 25. So I want to feel at home with you. And I love the feeling of nesting. I didn't realize I was a homebody, but I am. I don't know when I became such a homebody, but I love being home. I love my home. I love my husband, my cats. And so nesting is a feeling of decluttering, cleaning out, preparing, they're saying. So we do prepare for love. Spirit does get us ready, whether it is a healing energy, shadow work, taking better care of yourself, loving yourself more. Those are all ways that you prepare. So you may have been preparing for this love. You may absolutely be ready for this love. Spirit, please share with me. What is it that you need me to know? I have a 5 of Pentacles. I have a 7 of Wands. I have an 8 of Pentacles. And I have a 3 of Wands. I'm going to say after a difficult period, this person arrives. So I've got this 5 of Pentacles and 8 of Pentacles. So it feels more like pulling myself up and out of something, that I pulled myself out of debt. I had to start all over again. I had an illness that set me back, and I had to take time off from work. I had to go on disability, something that is definitely some kind of setback, something that was very difficult to pull yourself up out of, because the 7 of Wands is a feeling of I never gave up. I never stopped trying. And I think that that's really important. So you're stronger than you think. And I also, beautiful, this Three of Wands is, I never gave up on my future. I never gave up on, no matter what, I want to be happy. I want to be healthy. I want to be safe. I want to be secure. So I'm not giving up on myself. I'm not giving up on the people around me. So you have a great attitude as far as for whatever has hit you. And I know people get hit with really difficult things, that you'd survive and that you'd figure it out. And you did. And here you are, so that maybe that's what spirit prepared you for, like, I hate to say it, but like sometimes all that heartache, all that hurt, all the pain, when that new love comes in or a new circle in your life comes in, you're so grateful for it because you see it from a different perspective. I didn't have this. I was struggling. Spirit said, but now you're not. Okay, so there's a feeling of, but now you're not. I love that. Now you're not struggling. Maybe Spirit just wants you to know the struggle is over, something along those lines. I have the World. Definitely a new chapter, new cycle, handing you the World. I have a Judgment. I really see things from a different perspective because I've been through so much. I have a Wheel of Fortune. You have some big cards coming in here. These are all major arcana cards. So we have a lot of strong energy around you. And I have a King of Pentacles. The struggle is over. This king has a beautiful reflection on the water. And it's almost a feeling of, I see you inside and out. I see you on the exterior, but then I'm one of the lucky ones that gets to see you on the interior. I get to see your heart. I get to see the best part of you. I get to see the other side of you that nobody else sees. And there's a lot of people that do that. They have the public persona, and then they have like a private persona that only you get to see. And that's the person that you fall in love with. And everybody kind of goes, I don't know what you see in them, but they're not seeing the side of them that you get to see. But I don't know how to say it any other way than a new beginning. And whether this is come into your life or it's just coming in. So I've got this beautiful feeling of the struggle is over. I'm nesting. I feel at home with you. Can I have a couple more of these cards, please, Spirit? They're so pretty. Excuse me. Okay, I just needed a little drink of water there. Tickle in my throat. The Magician. I love the Magician. You have really big cards. I have a Two of Cups. I have a Ten of Cups. Gorgeous. Whatever this new beginning is, it's a really strong beginning. I have a Page of Swords. But let's take a look at I don't even know where to start, but let's take a look at these big cards. Two of Cups, Ten of Cups. It doesn't take a psychic to know that this is good, okay? This is love. This is somebody who wants to make you happy and you make them happy. And I feel right from the start, Spirit just said that there's something about you that feels different, or I could really fall in love with you. It is a feeling of a lot of communication. I will say that it was, I want to talk all night long. I don't want to go to sleep because I'm having so much fun talking to you. So I feel that the communication is beautiful. We talk about everything. We talk about anything. We just can't get enough of each other, asking questions, getting to know each other. So beautiful deep dive energy with emotions. I will say that. And I also have no fear, which is really beautiful because so many readings I have where I sense that I want to hold back. I'm not holding back. I have a Queen of Pentacles. I'm strong. I'm secure. I'm independent heading into this connection. So there's nothing for me to be afraid of because I know I can take care of myself. And I have a 10 of Wands. So 2 of Swords and a 4 of Wands. I want to go back to that feeling I had about I didn't give up on myself, that I had a lot on my shoulders, and I just got up every day and went to work. And if I had to work 2 jobs, I worked 2 jobs. If I had to go back to school, I went back to school. And I made a decision about my own future. And then if I look at the 2 of Swords, 2 of Cups, and the 4 of Wands, I make a decision to be with you. And that is really a turning point. We go from, I'm going to keep looking and see what else is out there, I'm not really feeling it, to I want to be with you. And I only want to be with you. So I feel like that's the turning point, that someone makes you feel like you're ready to I guess give up the search, give up the waiting, and really give this person a chance, really give this person a try, but without hesitation. And that's the part I really like. I like that I'm not kind of saying, well, let's just see where it goes. I'm not hesitating. I'm kind of I'm confident is how I want to say it. Okay, let's get some initials. First initials, last initials. What is it that you have for us? You could spell your person's name. For some of you, you may get a confirmation today. The letter L, I, C, S, the letter Q, letter D, R, F, J, U, the letter T, N, M, D, and let's get one more, G. Okay, so some of you may get your initials, their initials, and maybe we got lucky enough to get a name. Let me know in the comments if you did connect to any of those. Spirit, please tell me about this connection. Whoa, I have a letter stuck in my cards that just flew out. Spirit, please share with me any messages. So I do feel this deep emotion. I do feel like I'm not struggling anymore. I'm certainly not struggling through this connection. The Leos are very strong anyways, but I'm not struggling in this connection. That feels nice. I'm putting down strong roots. I'm building a foundation, and I'm trusting someone. And they're saying friends first. I don't know if you're necessarily friends first as much as someone could have introduced you, or someone could have said, you know, this is a really great person. I think you should give them a call, or I want to introduce you to somebody. So, or come out with us because there's some other single people there. I just feel like there's this energy around this connection that says, you know, there's nothing to fear here. You know, this is a really good person, and I think you guys would like each other. So a little bit of a, I don't know, how about a blind date? When was the last time you went on a blind date? Maybe somebody set you up. That would be fun. Don't be afraid of that, especially if you trust it's a divine match. I'm going to go with a blind date. Somebody set you up. I feel that. This feeling of following your destiny and a love that's meant to be, a soulmate, a twin flame. Look for a big, beautiful feather, maybe a white feather, something like that. But it is a divine match. I mean, I always love that feeling. And sometimes the best matches are somebody else sees it before you do. And they say, you would be perfect for my sister, my friend, my best friend. You know, I want to introduce you. Are you single? You know, because my best friend needs a date. You want a double date? You want to go out? We'll all go out together. I want to introduce you. So it feels a little bit of somebody is supporting it. I have unsure, questioning past actions and current decisions, a little bit of a doubt. I don't think anybody who's getting set up wouldn't pause and say, I'm not sure. What do they look like? Let me see a picture first, right? What do they do for work? Where do they live? You know, like you start bombarding somebody with questions, but I feel like we'll get over that and give it a chance. I have expectations, having very high ideals or unreasonable requirements, dreamers, fantasies. So we want to make sure that we're being realistic. We want to know that everybody is human, and don't prejudge someone. That saying of don't judge them before you know them. Sometimes you don't even know what's behind the scenes, and until you get to know them. So be careful with those checklists. We all have things that we need to have as far as values, but the checklist really can get you in trouble sometimes, because sometimes spirit knows better than you do who is going to be best for you. And it might not be what you might have on that checklist. So you want to be careful with that. Spirit, please share with me loving messages. I have a 6 of Pentacles. I have a 4 of Cups. I have a Death card and a 6 of Swords. They're using the word transition more than anything with me, that whether it's you or them, we've just gone through a transition. We aren't desperate for a relationship. It's not like we need a relationship. It's more like it would be nice. But I feel like we both are entering into a relationship with that kind of energy, that neither one of us are desperate. We want to be with the right person, and we moved on from our past. We have started over. We just want to try again with a different person, is how it's coming into me. The 6 of Pentacles is probably jumping out at me the most, as far as I want to be with somebody that's more give and take. I could have been taken for granted. I could have felt that I was the one who was putting in all the energy into a connection. So I want to have a connection that has more give and take. I have the Moon. I don't want to live in a fantasy. I don't want to have an illusion of everything's going to be all right. I want a very realistic relationship where we communicate and we're good for each other, and friendship comes first, and we respect each other and we trust each other. So I don't want to be in this like fantasy world of everything just will work out somehow. If we love each other enough, everything will work out. And sometimes that's true, but not without communication and caring and respect. I have an Ace of Wands. Beautiful. I have an Ace of Pentacles. And I have a Justice card. I have to tell you, I like this big diamond. I like this big, I like the Justice card and the 2 aces. I feel like this is a gift. This is somebody who's filled with desire for you, passion, something to offer. And I think the offer is going to be a commitment. I really do. I feel that this isn't somebody who's afraid to commit. This is somebody who says, I'll commit with the right person. I just haven't found the right person yet. So I do feel like this is I almost felt like I wanted to say a grand surprise. I don't know if it's a surprise as much as it's better than what I could have hoped for. I will say that. I feel that sometimes people are put in our lives where we have an image of what my life would be like, and then it's better. It's actually better. But I do feel like it's, Spirit said grand surprise. So, I'll take a grand surprise. Maybe this person knocks your socks off, and, a blind date that is the best thing that's ever happened to you. And you're very thankful to whoever sets you up, like I can't thank you enough. And Maybe the story is for the rest of your life that your mother, your sister, your brother-in-law, you know, picked you for each other, you know. So there's always those fun stories out there. Spirit, please share with me. Loving messages. I want to have a family. Okay, so do you want the same things? Will others accept us? Absolutely. I wouldn't worry about what anybody else thinks. There could be some differences there. Spirit, I said, what could possibly be that they wouldn't accept? There could be differences. It could be race. It could be religion. It could be culture. So maybe we are falling in love with somebody that isn't somebody that we normally date for whatever reason. But will they accept you? Absolutely. It doesn't matter. You're going to accept each other, and that's all that matters. You're grown adults. You get to pick who you want to share your life with. That's the world that we live in. Spirit, please share with me. I fear the unknown, but I want this. I don't feel a hesitation. Like I said earlier, I feel that I am confident. I'm confident heading into this, that it's something that it could work out and that it's going to flow. There's a sense of it flows naturally. I don't know how to feel. A little bit of you blew my socks off. There's that anticipation of a date, a first date, where you think it's, everybody goes, oh, good luck, fingers crossed. And you're like, yeah, we'll see. I don't think many of us anticipate that it's going to be a great date or that you're going to meet somebody that's exactly what you've been looking for, or that you really, really connected to that person the first time. So I'm going to say, let's go with that. I don't know how to feel because this is better than maybe what I thought or anticipated it would be. Our souls are connected. Oh, I love that. So did we just find our soulmate? Did we just walk into this new world? Okay, so that feels beautiful. Let's get some charms. Let's see what our charms are saying. We're going to get a scoop of charms. Let me just zoom in a little bit closer so you can see them because they're kind of small. And this beautiful bowl of charms. I have lots of bowls. I kind of rotate them depending on my mood. All right, let's see. Let's get a scoop. This one jumped out, so we'll put that one in. Okay, what do you have for me, Spirit? Let's get some letters. I have the letter W. I have an L. Okay, I have some signs. Let's see. I have a Scorpio, a Taurus, okay. I have a Aquarius, okay. I have a wolf. I'm going to say alpha. Okay, it could be an alpha male, alpha female. And I just feel strength for some reason. I feel somebody who's very secure, very confident. My Leos are very confident, but I feel a very alpha energy. And you could be very successful in other areas of your life. You could be very determined to succeed. You're a leader. You lead the pack. You're not a follower. So that could be you. That could be them. As far as being a personality trait. So that feels nice. I have a baseball cap. I do feel like it's somebody who wears a hat all the time, maybe because the sun is hot. They always grab a cap. They always have something on their head to protect their head, keep their head cool. So I'm just going to say collection even of hats. That they just grab them, whether they're different sports teams. But I just feel like somebody who wears a hat a lot. There's a lot of people that do that. I have a cat. I have a cat on a tree branch. I said, why a tree branch? They said it's an outside cat. So it could possibly be like a feral cat that we feed, but it could be an indoor outdoor cat, but it spends a lot of time outside. It's kind of a hunter, they're saying, a stalker. So it's a cat that stays outside a lot. Maybe it's just somebody has a cat in this connection. Yeah, I'm going to put the leaf and the cat together. There's woods behind the house, and maybe it's not even woods. Maybe it's just a few trees, but for the cat, it thinks it's going into the jungle. It's like it's going hunting, and it's got 3 trees back there. Let's see. I've got a rose. I got 2 a pink rose and a white red rose, but they're single. So part of me feels like it's a repeat, that they could stop and get you a single rose. Maybe that's something they show up with every time they have a date with you, or every time they come over to the house, or that's their thing. They stop and they get a single rose, and maybe they alternate the colors, but I don't feel like it's a dozen roses. I feel like it's just the simplicity of 1 rose, and it's just very pretty, and it's just kind of a subtle that they went out of their way to get you a rose. So they're a gift giver. That's nice. I have a heart and I have a crown. So I'm going to put the roses with this, and I'm going to say, I treat you like a princess. I treat you like a king, but it is a feeling of I treat you well, and I want you to feel special. I do want you to feel special. So I like that. I have a unicorn. I'm just going to use the word. This is my fairy tale love. So there could be a sense that this is the most romantic connection I've ever been in. It does feel like a fairy tale. It feels like a dream. And sometimes you do feel like that. I think that don't be afraid of it. Spirit just said, when you're feeling happy, this is how they want you to feel. Sometimes we have the tendency that we go down the path of it's too good to be true, but this is how you're supposed to feel when you're in a relationship. You're supposed to feel like it's a fantasy. You're supposed to feel like it's a dream. You're supposed to feel that, this is how people share their hearts. And I just want you to experience that. I have a flamingo and I have a tropical fish. That feels like a trip. It feels like I'm going to the Caribbean. Maybe I'm going somewhere, the coral reefs, where I'm going to go scuba diving. There could be flamingos there, but tropical breezes, tropical islands. I have a skier, and I'm going to say getting out of the cold. Not so much that they are skiers, but getting out of the cold. So we could live somewhere where there's winter weather, and we say, hey, let's go on a cruise in the Caribbean, and let's get out of the cold and I guess get hot, get warm, and go somewhere where it's hot, palm trees and beaches and seas. Okay. So there you go. All right. So there are my charms, and I think they're really pretty. I think I got them all. That's nice. And let's see what else they have. Spirit, any other messages you have for us? What do you need my Leos to know? It feels like a dream. That's nice. That's nice. I want that for you. I have a King of Wands. They just said, I show up. I show up for you. I said, what about this King of Wands? And they said, I show up. Okay, so I show up to me means somebody who's consistent, somebody who says I'm going to be there, is there, somebody who says I'm going to help you on Saturday, shows up and doesn't give you an excuse or doesn't come late, and they help you. So I show up. I mean, that's a keeper. That's a keeper right there. I have a Queen of Wands. So we both have passion for each other. How about I show up for you and you show up for me? So you can see this passion growing. And I also feel like the more that this person gives to me, the more I'm willing to give to them. And it's not that it's a competition in any way. I feel like it just builds. It just builds naturally. Like this person puts more energy into it. You feel like you should put more energy into it and you want to. So it just continues to build. Beautiful. I have a 10 of Pentacles. And I have a 5 of Wands. One more, please. And I have a 2 of Wands. I feel that they are going to start to talk about plans for a future. I feel that they are going to ask a lot of questions about what is it that you want? What is it that you're looking for? What kind of house do you want to live in? Where would you want to live? Do you want to have kids? Don't you want to have kids? Depending on what stage you're in. But I feel like there's a lot of questions and they're very specific about what would our life look like together? And it's almost a premonition energy where I can see us doing this. I can see us doing that. I want to move away from the 5 of Wands, which is where my mind is going with, what if this doesn't work out? What if things change? What if they change their mind? Okay, so are we worrying about something that hasn't happened yet? But I want to stay on that 10 of Pentacles and the 2 of Wands, which tells me, bottom of the deck, I have a Sun, which tells me that I'm planning, I'm thinking ahead. This is all a new beginning. And they're saying you're going through the stages, you're going through the early stages, and it's just a matter of time that, you know, what it is that you want. If you want to have a home with somebody, if you want to be in a committed relationship, it's just a matter of time. So we're going to let this unfold. Spirit, share with me the time. Share with me when. Next spring. Okay. Now I see that I have the number 11. I see a card like this along the lines of what a difference a year makes. You meet them today. In a year from now, you could be engaged to this person. You could be moving in together. You could have just already be in together, you know. So what a difference a year makes. I would put that in that category. Next full moon, the number 48. I have October, could be a birthday month, number 24. I have It's Time to Let Go, the number 44, if there's anything that's holding us back from a connection. It's the right time to take action. Do you remember the beginning of the reading where they said embark? It's time to get in the boat. It's time to get started and see, you know, where this connection takes us. And it's time to take action and see what Spirit has for you. How gorgeous. I want to thank Spirit for these messages today. If you are new to my channel, please remember to hit that like, subscribe, ring the notification bell, comment below, claim it, own it, it's yours. If anyone would like to book a private reading with me, please check out my website at KathyMamolenPsychicMedium.com. Check out my other 2 YouTube channels, my Pick a Card channel and my Twin Flame and Soulmate channel. And I'll put the links in the description and in the comments. I hope you enjoyed today's reading, and I'll see you all again in another Love Messages real soon.